Hey, welcome to my journey into another weigh-in. Just excuse Ale back here. I don't feel like stopping it and starting it and going through that whole rigmarole of getting back to it. It's Criminal Minds, by the way. I'm in the first season. Again, for the millionth time. But we are here for a weigh-in today. And I am not on the porch, honey. Let me tell you, it is cold outside. And it is raining. Oh my gosh. It is going to be a cold, rainy day all day today. So there ain't no porch setting this morning. But anyway, I did my weigh-in, and I wasn't sure. I get nervous. I get nervous every week what it's going to be. Because, I hate coming on here and telling y'all I gained weight. I hate it. I don't feel like I failure to myself, which, I feel like I kind of screwed up, but I don't feel like, I'm a failure. I feel like I failed y'all if I come on here, even though I don't do a whole lot of weight loss content these days. Well, really none, except for weigh-in. I feel like I failed y'all because that's how I started, and I'm actively trying to lose weight. And I feel like if I don't lose weight every week, that I somehow fail y'all, and I don't like that feeling. I don't like it. But I'm happy to tell you this week I lost 4 pounds even. So that was awesome news. And when I step the first foot on there, I get my balance and I pull my second one up on there, and I just stand there and I wait. And I look down. I get to see which way it's going. I'm like, oh my gosh. So this morning it landed hold on. Sorry. On a nice spot. So 4 pounds down. I will tell you, we'll repeat it every week because somebody might be new this week. I'm on Ozempic and I had gastric bypass. And yes, I still had to take Ozempic after the gastric bypass because it just wasn't working properly. Even though it is helping me not eat as much, I will say I had more control over my food this week than I did last week. And I had a 3.2 ounce loss last week. And I'll tell you this. If you can ever lose 1 week, if you can just find some way to lose 1 week, it will make you feel so good. You will want to lose weight the next week. And it will make you do better just because you're like riding a high, when you gain weight, you're riding a low. I mean, let's just be honest with ourselves. We're just like down in the dumps, and we're like, well, I can't do this anyway, so I might as well eat. I've been there. You think oh my gosh. I've been there more times than you can count. Like, well, I ain't gonna lose weight anyway. What does it matter? I've been there. Listen, chances are I'll be there again. But when you finally lose weight, you're just like, oh my gosh. You feel like you can just jump a mountain, So this week, even though I was not perfect, I still snacked. Some of my meals were snacks. I still have that problem, not eating a proper meal, especially lunch. Even though I plan and I have food and I know what I can do, even breakfast, some of my breakfasts here, I didn't make breakfast like I wanted to this week because I just tell you, I got to be realistic with myself. I've either got to prep it or I've just got to accept the fact that I'm going to scramble an egg and be done with it. Because, or boil some water and make some oatmeal or cream of wheat or something. Because even though I used to have so much more energy than I have now. And that was when I weighed more than I weigh now. I think there's something, and we're getting off on so many different subjects, I can't even finish one thought. I don't even know what my original thought was. We'll maybe get back around to it. But I'm trying not to think of myself as old. I feel like I'm in y'all's face. Which I'm 62, so that's old. I mean, what do I tell you? I got way many more years behind me than I got ahead of me, and I don't even like to think about it because it upsets me. I try not to get upset about that subject, but I do. I'm also bipolar. I have depression. I have highs and I have lows. and I have mediums. And even in my medium, I get depressed. And I get depressed real easy. I've already cried this morning over Sebastian, which that's good news. I'll tell you that in a minute. But I cry over him not knowing how he lives apart from us. So I have to, I was telling Tracy that I have to compartmentalize. If I don't, I will just live in a dark depression all the time. So anyway, where was I? Where in the Sam Hill was I? Oh, I don't even know. I've gone from I must be in a, and I'm not making light of it. I live it. I must be in a manic stage or something on here talking to y'all, because that's how it gets. That's how it gets. It goes. This, I'll be honest with you too. This would not be a good day for me to go to the Dollar Tree. If I'm feeling this way to y'all on this video, this is not a good day to go to the Dollar Tree, because I will buy everything I see. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. If you've never experienced it, it's probably hard for you to understand. But when you go through a manic, and there's all kinds of things that can happen when you go through a manic phase. I'm not even going to tell you the things that I have been through, because it's none of your business. I'm not fessing up to none of it. Just suffice it to say, you do things that you might not do. You're like on a high, or you get, it's crazy. But I think we were talking about, you want to do something, you want to actually do something. I was talking about snacking. I do remember that I was talking about snacking. A lot of my meals, and I was talking about breakfast. So it's just coming back to me. My breakfast, when it's coming back to me, I have more energy. See, I must be in a fix, because my memory don't normally work like that. I could get used to that. I used to could fix my breakfast when I was on Weight Watchers and filming Weight Watchers content and filming what I eat in a day. I would have my breakfast and my lunch. I would have everything. I would fix it. And I would have meals all day. And then it's like, especially since my gastric bypass, I think maybe is it age or is it the bypass? I don't know. And now is it Ozempic too? Because Ozempic, it'll change your taste buds. It's changed mine. I know that's what has changed mine from not wanting all this chicken. I've never been a humongous chicken fan anyway, but then I'm really, like last night I made chicken, and all I ate was fried okra and corn on the cob. And let me tell you, that fried okra I put up from the garden, I rolled it in cornmeal and just froze it just like that. Put it straight in the fire, honey. It's just like fresh. It's so good. I had to stop eating, or David wouldn't have had none. Now, I just stood there and ate my okra while I was frying it, and then I got full, and which you would think that sounds like you ate a foot tub full of okra, but I didn't. I had a cup of coffee, and then the okra on top of it filled me up. And so then before I went to bed, I had my corn. It was good too. But I snacked. So most of my snacking, while there was some snacking outside of meals, so I still have that problem. I have a problem snacking for a meal. And a lot of it, I don't want the food, but a lot of it is I don't feel like making the food. It's just lazy. I'm tired. Today, I tell you what, today I'm just kind of middling. I'm not up here, and I'm not down here. Physically, mentally, it seems like I'm woo-hoo, somewhere up into the sky. But physically, I don't feel great, but I don't feel my worst. I'm just kind of in the middle. Well, maybe I'm like in the middle, but just a little bit lower. I don't feel really good today. Physically, I don't. So I don't feel like, there for a few days I was putting me some chicken nuggets in the air fryer, which is so easy. But some days I don't even feel like doing that. I don't even have the gumption to do anything but slap something in between two pieces of bread, or just to eat a pack of nabs and be done with it. One day, I can't even remember what I ate. It was a ridiculous lunch. I'm like, I don't even remember what it was. It wasn't even as good as a bowl of cereal. It was something stupid. I can't remember. But anyway, so I didn't do perfect this week, but let me tell you this. I said no to moi. You know I have a hard time telling her no. Y'all know these girls. This one over here says, "Gone, girl. Get it. Get what you want." And this one over here says, "Don't do it. Don't do it." Well, guess what? Little hussy over here, she didn't win. Good girl over here won, because there were times I wanted to eat. There were things I wanted to eat. Not that I was hungry, because I really don't get hungry a whole lot. I get hungry, but once I get food in my stomach or liquid in my stomach, I get full. So I don't go hungry as far as, oh my gosh, I gotta eat food, I gotta eat food. I want to taste food. I want the pleasure of eating food. Not the way it feels in my stomach, but the way it feels. Like when I smoked. I loved smoking. And I know there's some of you out there that 1,000% get me. If it wasn't for the bad effects of smoking, the cost of smoking, all the things of smoking, I would smoke today, except for the fact I would never quit again. Never. If I picked up a cigarette a day after I got through the first initial coughing of, okay, it's been since 2015 since you've had a cigarette. Once I got over that and I got back used to it, oh, I'd never give it up. I loved how a cigarette felt in my hand. I loved the puffing of it. I loved the blowing of the smoke. I loved the sitting it in the ashtray. To this day, and y'all can call me a liar if you want to, but you better not. I think of a cigarette after I eat. I think of a cigarette when I'm sitting here working on something, like maybe recipes or my menu or a craft. I think, oh, I got to get up and get a cigarette. I still go for that cigarette. And I have to tell myself, you don't smoke. It is something that will never leave me. So, where was I going with that? Oh, the feeling of eating. I just want that feeling of eating, just like I wanted that feeling of smoking, and I still won't. So that feeling of eating, that's never going to go away. I mean, just because you eat less and you're doing good at your diet. Here's a diet. Fight me. Let me slurp. That love of food and that enjoyment of eating, for those of us who are totally 100% food addicts, even if you're not a food addict, maybe you can get over it. Some of us can't get over it. Some of us I have an addictive personality because I come from an addictive father. I'll just say it. And I have an addictive personality, and I've been addicted to different things. And there's always going to be something I'm addicted to. For the longest time, it's always food. There always is going to be food. I'm going to be addicted to food. Whether I handle it or not is beside the point of being addicted to it. I was addicted to shopping at the Dollar Tree. I spent thousands and thousands of dollars at the Dollar Tree because I was addicted to it. I craved it. I had to have it till I got off that one drug, and then that helped. Now I'm kind of getting back to going. I go from one thing, and then I'm not bad as I used to be. I don't buy as much stuff just to have it as I used to. So I'm good about that. But I said no this week to just wanting to eat something. I didn't say no to wanting it. No. I said no to following up on it. I said no to doing it. So there were times I wanted snacks. I was sitting there last night. I'm like, I want a snack. I'm like, no, don't do it. It's almost supper time. Don't do it. So I'll make me a cup of tea or a cup of coffee or a glass of cold tea, something. And I think that contributed to my weight loss this week. So I've told you before, I don't give gastric bypass and Ozempic 100% of the glory of what I do. I have to claim the hard work I put into it too, because it's hard work. I don't care what kind of help you do. You know, we talked about Carpenter and his tools. He has to have those tools to get his job done. It's still a hard job. He might have a hammer to go knock that nail in, but that's still a hard job. Hammering that nail, hammering. He gets tired. It's a hard job, right? He's got to keep pushing on to get through. So just because you got all the right tools in the toolbox does not mean that your diet is made in the shade. Oh, my computer went down. I'm like, what's going on? It is made in the shade because it just ain't. So I take credit for saying no this week. I actually said no all week long. And part of that came from losing weight last week. It just made me say, and it's funny how one week they say don't define yourself by the scales, but sometimes it's hard not to, you know, because we find a way. You can do measurements, because I tried and I don't keep up with it. I'm lazy on a lot of things. I just am. Ain't no sense to lie. I'm lazy on a lot of things. That was one of them. Well, there's a lot of things I'm lazy on. But what was I saying? Oh, when you lose that weight. What was I saying? Listen, I think I hear all the clicks turning me off. That girl can't think what she's trying to say. Click. Oh my gosh. Well, anyway, I take credit for my hard work. I think we were going back over the thing of when you lose weight, it just does. It gives you a sense of accomplishment that you don't want to mess it up. So I think that helped. I think last week helped me to say no this week. Now, can I call this week up? I'll try to call it up that says I'm going to do just as good. I don't want to call up that I'm going to have a bad week and mess up and go backwards. I don't want to go backwards because I'll tell you this. I've been making phone calls this morning. I'm having one issue, and I had a test done on September 30th, and they have yet to call me for a follow-up. And I've even messaged them about it. Said the doctor was out. He had looked at your test. And that was about it's been a month and a half, right? Month and a half. So I called another doctor in the same specialty, and they said they can access the test, and so that's where I'm going. Got an appointment this afternoon. She says she had a cancellation for the PA, because I told her, I said, because David sees a doctor down there that he likes, and she said, well, he's got an appointment December something. I said, well, it doesn't necessarily have to be him. I said, if I have to see a PA first just to get in and, get situated. She goes, well, I have a cancellation today, this afternoon. I said, I'll take it. So I go there this afternoon. And then I called about my back. That's another thing that I got to keep going on this weight loss, because, I lost the weight to get my knees replaced last October and December. Oh, yeah. October and December. And when I had those done, I gained that 20, 25 pounds. I can't never keep up with which one it is. It's either 20 or 25 pounds I gained. And that put me above the weight they want you to be at when you have surgery. So I am now trying to chip it away, and I have been for a year. That tells you how hard it is. I've been trying to get rid of 20 or 25 pounds for a blasted year. Listen. Up, down, up, down, up, down. That gets old, don't it? Y'all know it does. Well, so finally, I called the spine doctor. I was going to Duke. I'm like, if I have surgery, I got to thinking about it. I trust that Duke doctor. I really do. But that's a long way to drive home on a fresh back surgery. So I got to thinking about that. I don't think I want to do that. So I made an appointment down here where I used to get my back injections. And I got an appointment with them December 16th, I think. So if I could get my surgery, I don't know when they would be. I'm sure they'll want to do another MRI and that'll take time, but it would be ideal if I could get it the first of the year so that I'd be healed up to help in garden time. That would be my ideal. But we'll see what they say. I'm sure they're going to say, let's get an MRI, let's see where you're at now. Because they can pull up my MRI from years back. But you don't want to go by an MRI from that many years ago, probably 4 years since I've had an MRI on my back. But I've got to get that weight back down. So I'm very close to it. To where I can, I told David, I said, my fighting weight. I said, I'm getting close to my fighting weight. So I can have my back surgery. Because I tell you what, this thing's on my last nerve. It's on my last blasted nerve. I can't take it no more. I have took it and took it and took it and took it. I was on the schedule to get the surgery, and the last minute, the doctor called and they made him cancel it because I weighed too much. And then all of a sudden, my knees just said, hey, guess what? I'm here. Look at what I'm going to do to you. And they about leveled me. So they took over. My back was, oh my gosh, my back was horrendous. So my knees took over and took precedence where I needed them replaced before I could get my back fixed. So now that they're fixed, I got to get something done with this back because, oh my gosh, you people that have back pain, back injuries, whatnot, you just can't live with back pain. It dampens everything, and pain in general drags you down. It drags you physically down, and it will drag you mentally down. And I don't know if that's got a lot to do with why I'm lazy, because I'm so tired of it. And nobody will give me pain pills. They're ugly to me. You go to pain management, all they want to do is give you shots. And if you're lucky, you might get a pain medication. They gave me a shot, it about killed me, and it didn't work. So I'm not taking any more shots. I don't even care if this doctor says you have to have shots. So I guess I'll do without surgery. I'll go back to Duke because he said we could try one. Let's try one. He didn't say I had to. So if this doctor don't want to do surgery without shots first, I'll just go back to Duke because I'm not doing it. They hurt like a insert severe cuss word. So I'm not doing that again. Nope. Just like I had a shot in my wrist and in my thumb, neither one of those will happen again. No, sir. Listen, if you're scheduled to have one, I'm sorry to scare you, but mine hurt like an insert extreme cuss word. So, ain't doing that. Ain't going there again. And the ones in my knees, they quit working. They weren't comfortable, but I didn't need to insert a cuss word. But they didn't feel good. I wouldn't sign up for them every day, but they didn't do any good. Well, my knees were too far gone. My back is too far gone. But about Sebastian, guess what? We thought we were going to get him Thanksgiving and not Christmas because we had him last Christmas. And it is every other Christmas is what they do. Well, he was going to come like Wednesday through Sunday. And RJ's like, well, can he not come the whole week? She's like, well, you have to communicate and tell me these things. He's like, well, that's what I've tried to do. But you've let him be out of school before. Well, on Monday and Tuesday, and she apparently gets her work schedule a month at a time. And she said it would be better, could they just switch and do next month at Christmas instead of this month, because she can't get it switched. So instead of her telling him, I'll give her this, I don't know how it worked. Instead of telling him to just deal with it, he can get him half the week. She switched and we get him for Christmas. We get him for Christmas 2 years in a row. I get both my grandbabies with me at Christmas. I'm going to have a good Christmas. Now, I told John I wasn't decorating for Christmas. I was going to put up a Christmas tree pretty much under duress because I don't feel like putting up no Christmas tree. Well, I'm getting more excited about it. You know, I think a lot of it. Not that I didn't want to make things nice for one grandbaby, because I did. I wanted a tree for the grandbaby. But I didn't think Sebastian was coming. So it did kind of dampen things. And now that he's coming, it's kind of like perked it back up. And I'm getting, even before that, I was getting just a little bit closer. I think seeing things at the Dollar Tree, I'm getting a little bit closer to wanting to decorate my little, like where I put my Halloween stuff, just put my Christmas stuff. On Vlogmas, because we got a schedule for Vlogmas for a lot of our, not a lot, well, yeah, kind of a lot. Me and Joan and Edie and Sandy, the four of us do a collab type thing, if you would, each Vlogmas, and we pick one category, like a snack, and we all four do a snack. So we have several days already picked up for different little things we're going to do like that. And I was the only one that was not going to do a house tour, because I said there's not going to be nothing to tour, just my Christmas tree. So I might be inching towards getting on that house tour. Not that it's a big tour, not big, like you see these people that's got all these lights in. Well, I will have lights on my front porch. I didn't have them on there last year because I went out there to put them on. Half the strings didn't work. I was mad. David said, here, go get you some more. I said, nope, I'm not fooling with it. I just got mad. Didn't even have no lights on. Listen, I get that way. I can't help it. Listen, I can't help it. I didn't have no lights last year. I miss my Christmas lights. I love lights strung around my porch. That's one of the things about having a porch that I look forward to. So we got to get some new lights this year. He's going to buy them for me. I said, you going to buy me some lights? He said, yeah. So going to have both my babies. But I reckon that's all. Oh, no, that ain't all. I am changing my channel. Not changing like, ooh, just changing some scheduling. So, you know, my menu plan and grocery hauls were always on Wednesday. Well, I've changed it because I want to add a video. So I'm going to change my grocery day to Friday, because it just, with the planning of it and the filming of it, it made better sense to buy my groceries on Friday. Then I can have that day. I don't have to put it up the same day. Get it up for Saturday. Get my menu plan and grocery haul up on Saturday. And then what I buy Friday, I can prep. See, before, like, I buy my groceries on Wednesday and I wouldn't prep till Saturday. Well, some things in between there, I might have needed to prep and have ready and help me for my supper, instead of having to do it all. Because you know how I get about cooking. I get lazy about that there cooking. I don't like to cook hardly no more at all. I used to love to cook. Oh my gosh, I love to cook. I loved to cook. And that has just gone down the drains. I don't know what happened. I think, well, when you health declines and you start feeling bad and then you get out of the habit, then you're kind of out of the habit. Don't that make sense? It's hard to get back into the habit of something good when you're back into the habit of something bad. You know, am I making sense? But so I want to put up the mini planner grocery haul Saturday, and then I want to try to make Sunday, if nothing goes wrong on Sundays, my prep day. Not just prepping, even if I don't prep a food. Like this week, I want to prep a breakfast, because that's what I was telling you earlier. If I don't have something prepped, or just throw an egg together or whatever, that's about all I can do is throw an egg together. I don't want to fool with nothing else. I just want to get up, and when I'm hungry, I want to eat. Some mornings I'm hungry at 7 o'clock. Some mornings I forget to eat, and it'll be 10:30, 11 o'clock. I'm like, oh, I hadn't even eaten. One day this past week, I didn't even eat till like 2 o'clock. I'm like, oh, okay. But, so I want to prep Where's my schedule? Here it is. Hold on. I had to write it down because I couldn't keep up with. So if I do film my menu plan grocery haul, have it up on Saturday. And then if I film my prep on Sunday, I'm going to have it up on Tuesday. So Tuesday will be prep. And that's what I was fixing to say. Even if it's not meals that I prep, I want to prep ingredients. So like if I got chopping and carrying on to do, that will definitely help me if I can just focus to do it that one day, just push through and do it all that one day and have it in the refrigerator ready. That will certainly help me when it comes to cooking on cook day, because I just don't feel like doing it. It is a chore to me. And then that was Sunday. And then what I want, my weigh-ins will still be Thursday, so I'm going to still do Thursday weigh-ins. And then this is the video I want to add, is I want to give you, like, I'm going to say a week is 5 days. I'm not doing 7 days of filming my suppers. No. And even if there's only, let's say we eat out one of those days, because Saturday and Sunday will be mixed in with that. I just realized I'll be prepping and filming. That's all right. That's all right. It gives me 2 days off a week. So if I film Friday through Tuesday, then I'll have that video up. Oh, I forgot to put the Friday. Okay. I had to stop. I couldn't. I wrote I wrote it wrong. No, I wrote it right. Never mind. I can't read my own note. So if I film Friday through Tuesday, then that'll give me the rest of the week to get that video up on Friday. So I'm not pushed on any of this, because, when I film now, it's like if I film, I feel like, oh, I got to get that video up today. I got to get it up today. I'm just one of those kind of people. I'm very, I'm very impulsive, and I'm very impatient. Like, it is so hard for me to give a video, get it ready, and wait. It's like a Christmas gift. I know it sounds crazy. Y'all don't look at my videos like Christmas gifts, but it's like if I get a Christmas gift, it's hard for me not to give it then. So when I get a video ready, it's hard for me not to go on and put it up. So that'll be a lesson in patience and not pushing, because there's sometimes I'll be in here and I'll get it up and I got to get it up, and I'll be in here and I'll film it and I'll edit it and blah, 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 blah. But I won't have to do that. So that's going to be my schedule. Fridays, my meals. Saturday, my mini plan. Tuesday, my prep. And Thursday, my weigh-in. Then that gives me the days in between for hauls or crafts or just whatever floats my boat. That's where my channel has gone, just any old which way. And I'm okay with that. We talked about that. I didn't need to pigeonhole myself, and so I'm not. But anyway, I think that's all the news for today. I don't think of anything else. David's at the doctor. Oh, listen, I got this thing back here. I have got probably about that long right here of like a scab. Those salon paws? I like them. And then when you have a tension headache, you put them right back here on this neck muscle. They really do help. I had a headache so bad the other day, I put one on this muscle and I put one on this muscle. This one came off fine. This one, it like ripped my skin. And this was one day last week. I have still got a scab across my thing. So, no more salon paws on that side for a while. Listen, they're only this big. My back will be hurting so bad, I'll put like one on this side and one on this side. They don't do a lick of good, but in my mind, I'm like, just put them on there. This might be the time. This might be the time they work. You know how that goes, right? This might be the magic time. So anyway, well, I reckon that's all I know. I don't know what I'm going to get into today. I just don't know. I ain't going nowhere. I can tell you that. It's too cold and wet out there for me. Hold on. Sorry. And my back's hurting. I don't know if I feel like sitting here hunching over nothing. I want to start my Christmas crafts. I really want to start some videos for Vlogmas and have them, in the pipeline. Have them ready to roll. Because filming every day, getting some up every day for the whole month of December, it's a little daunting. I'll tell you that right now. So I think as many as we can get done ahead of time, the better. So anyway, that will do it for Miss Woo out there today. Oh my gosh. Some days I think you shouldn't even put that video up. People gonna think you is a Looney Tunes. But whatever. What's Papa say? Actually, I hadn't told you the Holly thing in a long time. When Holly was like in the first grade or something like that. She had done something and I had her sitting on my lap. I said, Holly, why'd you do that? She just looked at me and she goes, that's just who I am. My best friend, he never forgot that. As long as he lived, he never forgot that. We would be doing something, he would tell me, he says, that's just who I am. So anyway, what you see today, that's just who I am. All right, well, that'll do it for me. So come back. There won't be meals tomorrow because I'm just starting filming tomorrow. So there won't be nothing tomorrow. If I go live or not, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like it. Sometimes I just don't feel like it. So guess what? When I don't feel like it, I just don't do it. And then nothing Saturday, nothing Sunday. I don't know of anything coming, so see, we'll see.